Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your June soul session. I am Marlo if you're new, and if you're family, welcome back, my friend. And no, if you resonate with this message, please be sure to tickle my like button and caress subscribe. And of course, make sure you ring my bell and that all of your notifications are set to all. And you can also find the link to all of my extended readings in the description box below this video, Sagittarius. Did you like that? Did you like the voice that I did it in? That's the new spiel. You know, if you dig it, let me know in the comments. If not, lie to me. Please lie to me. Anywho, first card out, we have the Four of the Cuppies in reverse. So, my beautiful Sagittarius, you guys are getting an epiphany coming into the month of June. It's more or less you guys getting new insights. It's getting a new motivation. It's getting a new clarity, which pretty much says to me that in the month of May, that you guys were potentially in a stagnant situation where there was something that ended in your life, something that you did not quite know how to move forward from, even though you knew. I need to take the one out the okay, which is more or less something that you knew you couldn't go backwards in, right? And it was kind of like a liaison period. So 9 times out of 10, if I were to really dig into the energy, then we're really looking at like April 30th ish. Yeah, I think that would be the way that I would say that, even though that's not a word. 30th ish time frame up until somewhere around the 15th of May. You guys may have been in somewhat of a holding pattern and not really necessarily knowing how to chart forward or what to do, but it being very, very clear that you guys couldn't go backwards. For some of you guys, you could literally feel this as, and this is interesting, what I'm hearing, some of you guys could have felt this is like the one that got away, or potentially something that you felt was maybe for you, but you were kind of like a little reluctant about it. You weren't really sure if this was really you. And you guys may feel as if you missed like an opportunity in a sense, but I can tell you guys wholeheartedly, like it's almost coming into June. There's like clear eyes, there's freshness, whatever it is that you feel like was blocking you, or whatever it is that you didn't have, clarity or intentions on, they've become very clear to you at this point. However, I do feel that this involves another person. So it very well could be that you guys were in this holding pattern with this Four of Cups in the month of May, or even in like the last parts of April. But I feel it's more or less because, you know, if we think about traditional, you know, Four of Cups here, it's literally like, you know, the guy with his arms folded, and he's kind of crying over spilled milk a little bit, but he's not seeing the opportunity that's being offered to him. And what this is saying to me is that coming into the month of June, you guys are very clear about this opportunity that's being offered to you. Now, the next card that we have is the Nine of Wands in the reverse. Oh my gosh, Sagittarius, can I just be honest for like 2.5 seconds? Like, I'm already really excited for you. I don't know what the rest of the cards are going to say, but with the Nine of Wands in the reverse, your friend Marlo is very excited for you, okay? So once again, with this being here, it's pretty much saying that whether this is an opportunity that was offered or it's just an aha moment, clarity that came, it's like you guys are leaving it all behind, my friends. Like anything that had you guys like kind of worked up, that had you like suspicious or paranoid, because, you know, Nine of Wands is my PTSD card. So not necessarily saying that anyone is suffering with PTSD, but it's more or less you guys being in a place where now there's no, you know, feeling that anyone is out to get you, because it's kind of reminding me the sign that I did prior to you guys is Leo. If you have that in your chart, totally check it out. Their read was like all about moolah and money and things of the sort. But like the foundational energy of it was like a very, you know, feeling as if one's life was like a series of unfortunate events, if you will. So I'm feeling with you guys, with you being in this holding pattern and being stuck, and this is just what my guides are telling me that's getting me all in your business, child, but you know your girl Marlo loves tea. But anyway, you know what I'm saying? Anywho, so sorry to interrupt you guys while you're listening to the show, but I wanted to tell you guys about our new partnership with BetterHelp. If you haven't heard of them, it's an online resource in which you can find your very own friendly local neighborhood therapist, no matter where you are in the world. You sign up, And within 24 hours, they match you with a therapist that's right for you. And you can talk to your counselor every week via phone or video chat. You can also text them between sessions. If you or someone you know has been considering therapy, get started today with BetterHelp. Now let's get back to the show. But I feel with this, it's almost like you guys may have felt like, not necessarily saying that it was going as far as like people, you know, like literally thinking people are out to get you. It's just kind of feeling like you guys kept perpetually getting the short end of the stick, if that's making sense. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like a sense of hypervigilance that precedes all of this stuff. But with seeing this 9 of Wands in the reverse, it makes me excited, my friend, because that means that you guys legit, like no BS, you guys are like getting the point now. So things are moving forward for you. Now, when it comes to this Ace of Wands in the reverse coming in, and for some reason, this is somewhere between the 3rd up until the 6th. And of course, you guys know I've been saying continuously that the 6th of June is like the most important day of everybody's life this month. Okay. But with this, it feels something around that time. And the thing I feel compelled to say, which is something that I've said to just about every sign prior to you guys, is delayed, but not denied, my friend. So it's more or less kind of like a false start we're talking about with this Ace of Wands, but it's not saying, and this is where it comes into that testing ground that everyone is in, because just to give you a quick recap of all of the soul sessions for the month of June, there's 2 words that is, and like it's super imperative for everyone. And that would be like vindication is one. The other one is delivered, right? Which means there's a sense of deliverance for everyone. But the whole premise with this vindication is it's self-vindication. Yes, that vindication or an opportunity, like I said, with this 4 of Cups, this vindication could indeed come from another human being outside of yourself. However, what all of us are really facing in the month of June is our own Judas in the mirror, because of course we know that June is the midpoint of the year and it's where everything turns around. So if things for the last couple of months coming into 2022 since January haven't necessarily been in your favor, all of the work that you have done, my friend, from January all the way until May is literally preparing you for what it is that you're stepping in now. However, there is one last test, my friend, before you step into this new abundance, because 2022 is the year. You feel what I'm saying? But anywho, I feel with this, it's kind of like a false start. So that's why I say it's delayed, but not denied. And that's the thing that you guys have to keep in your mind. So coming into this first week of the month, right? And I'm literally recording this on the 1st of June. So coming into like literally this first week, things are like super duper dope. But when you come to the latter part of the week, like the ending of the first week of June, there may be some sort of a delay. And I feel like the reason why that's coming up is because it's kind of an energetic test, because it's provoking you to want to go back into these 2 energies, but going back into them upright. And child, ain't nobody got time for that. You understand me? We're not going back to hypervigilance and rejecting our blessings and things of the sort. So this, my beautiful Sagittarius, is your friend Marlo's little heads up to you. So be conscious of that. Next card that we have, oh my goodness, 7 of Wands in the reverse. I don't know why. one of my subbies that's also a moderator, you'll see her in the chat. It's ADH. Literally, she's like, oh no, not the toilet and the toothbrushes again. But legit, with the 7 of Wands, why I say with this delayed, not denied, and how I was saying you can fall back into these 2 energies, that's exactly what the 7 of Wands in the reverse is speaking of. It's more or less like a trigger point that's making you feel like, oh, I knew I got my hopes up. And this is very much reminding me of Leo's energy. It's like, I got my hopes up, you know, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop, because that always happens. Things can't be working out for me now. And there's the potential, which goes back into this paranoia that I was talking about, paranoia / hypervigilance with this 9 of Wands in the reverse, is more or less feeling attacked. It's like, oh, I knew that they weren't going to hire me because I did the interview, but you know, they didn't call me back. Remember, my beautiful Sagittarius, remember this. If you remember nothing else that I say in this soul session, remember delayed, but not denied, right? So the thing that's required of you guys with the 7 of Wands in the reverse is to stay in your God space, right? If you want to know what your God space is, it's whatever it is that you're standing firm on, right? Whatever faith was restored with this 4 of Cups in the reverse, you know, or with this 9 of Wands in the reverse, just because okay, my guys just said is not. All right. This is the is not before the is. So don't allow this to kind of throw you off kilter, because it's an energetic test that all of us are going through. Oh my God, come on with it. It's an energetic test that all of us are going through, and the energetic test that each and every one of us is going through. It's literally us facing our own Judas. So this is the ultimate antithesis, child. If you want more details on this, what you need to do is go back through all of my readings and go to the Scorpio reading. I don't care if you don't have it in your chart, friend, because the South Node is in Scorpio. So Scorpionic and Taurus energy affects the entire collective. Okay. But if you go back to my Scorpio reading from November, if I'm not mistaken, it was so hilarious and interesting. Most of you guys have seen it and watched it. It was a whole ordeal. But if you want more details into what it is that I'm talking about this whole energetic battle and switcheroo thing that we have going on, that will give you all the context that you need, as well as my video on the dark cloak figure. And now I'm thinking, oh my gosh, let me look at this timestamp. I'm going to write that down because I'm literally going to do like a YouTuber thing. And I'm going to actually link the freaking video, so you don't have to like go search for it. So if you look like in the top right-hand corner, if I'm consistent, if you don't see it there, let's just not talk about it ever again. Okay. But I'm going to put the little flaggy thing up there. So if you guys are interested in getting more details into this, because it's like a whole bunch of stuff, child, I might even link the little Aries video too that talked about the earthquake, child, because it's so much tea that your girl been talking about since 2017. But that's neither here nor there. Moving right along. So the whole premise with this is for you guys staying in your God space and not letting this delay make you think that you're being denied, because this is merely just the is not is paradigm, meaning what it is that you guys are calling in, meaning the energy that you're coming into this month with, right? What you're calling in to manifest, the is not has to manifest before the is. The is that is going to manifest for you guys comes in this Ace of Swords, because what is the Ace of Swords, my beautiful Saggies? It is very literally mental clarity. Right? It's new inspiration. It's any mind binding. So this says to me, this is most certainly an is not is paradigm, right? Because the clarity is coming, which means you can sit up here and get all butthurt and all upset talking about, oh, I know they wouldn't go hire me, or whatever this is talking about for you. With this particular delay, you can allow this energy to mob you, overwhelm you, and attack you. But with this Ace of Swords coming through, that means the truth is going to come out. I cannot talk. Cannot wait till Mercury goes direct anyway. But that means the truth is going to come out about this, and you're in essence going to vindicate yourself, right? Which also lets me know that a lot of the issues that you guys have experienced up to this point has a lot to do with perspective and perception, and how it is that you've been kind of weighing your situation. If I were to literally go back to the depiction that is on said card here, because this is the Housewives Tarot, I totally freaking love it, and I can't stop using it because it's amazing, because I love the aesthetic. Anyway, but if we were to think about the glass half full type of deal, that's really what it is that we're talking about here. So let's take a gander at these two cards you guys have. Six of Wands in the reverse. I'm telling you, oh my gosh, and these are two sixes. Listen to your friend Marlo yet again. 6, 6. And if you didn't know, 2022 is a year 6. So literally the year, the month, and the day is 666. It's not the mark of the beast. Don't be freaked out. If you want to know what it means, like totally just Google it. Just put 666 angel number and it'll tell you all of the great things about your life. So here's the thing. This is still something that's combating. There's a truth that's trying to come in to clear you guys' mind. But what it is that I'm feeling wholeheartedly is the fact that you guys have been in this energy for some time, Sag, and I totally get it. My mom is like a Sag moon and rising. You know, one of my besties is a Sag moon. Another one of my besties is a Sag rising. Like, I love Sages. I have y'all all around me. You know what I'm saying? But I feel there's kind of like and don't get mad at me for saying this, because I know I'm out of turn because I don't have Sag in my chart. However, you guys can sometimes fall into a little bit of cynicism. You know what I mean? Like when these delayed things kind of come up, it's kind of like this ferocious, like, I fucking knew this shit. Like, I knew this was going to be like this, like, da, 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 da. You know what I'm saying? So the whole important thing is here, don't allow yourself to think like, you know, and I'm really feeling this is like not you guys falling into like a whole dragged down, depressive kind of, you know, sense here or whatever. I'm not saying that would happen. It's just more or less like an energetic stance. And you don't want to step into that energetic stance, because this energetic stance is something that would hold you back. And that's more on the side of the Six of Swords here, because if you look at the fact that these two came out and the fact that they're both sixes, I feel like it speaks important to that date, because I saw clearly with my third eye, third through the sixth, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, but this speaks clearly to the sixth and everything that transpires after that. But both of these cards, even though they're sixes, they're in direct opposition to each other and hold two totally different frequencies, right? So with this Six of Wands in the reverse, this is more or less speaking to like a lack of confidence, right? But it still also speaks to a delay, especially with it falling under this Ace of Wands in the reverse. Because like I was telling you guys, this Ace of Wands in the reverse is not saying that what it is that you're desiring is, you know, literally happening, right? It's just more or less, it's like how I said, perspective with this Ace of Swords is really important. It's like, it's looking at this delay and then judging yourself this way, like I'm not enough, or like I feel dejected or rejected, or, you know, I wasn't good enough. I didn't do the thing right, blah, blah, blah. I knew I bombed that interview. That's the reason why they didn't call me back. Like that's the whole mindset that could potentially come out here. And why I say this is important is because with these two being Wands cards, which is our masculine energies of the tarot, it's the fact that these are like action-oriented energies. So this energy that's coming out, because your energy always precedes you, this is an energy that's holding you back. Now, mind you, these are two energies that are in their shadow aspects because they're in the reverse. But in truth, it means that these same energies are literally here. You feel what I'm saying? So it's an inner conflict that's causing this. And both of these upright is a new beginning, and it's calling for your victory. So the same with this Six of Swords in the reverse that we have, which is talking about mental clarity and moving forward. It's leaving behind tumultuous times, even with this being in the reverse, which is why, you know, a lot of people are scared of reversals, but y'all, I love them because I just feel like it's so much more like positive and things. Because every single card you ever get, and this is like a little tarot lesson if you ever want to know, every single card you ever get in the reverse, it's letting you know that you're in that vibrational frequency, but it's blocked, right? So with the Six of Swords, it's a call for this when this mental clarity comes, right? This mental clarity is clearing the way or cutting out the bullshit that leads you to your victory and allows you to move forward out of this bullshit that anybody got time for. However, the only person who would be perpetuating the stagnated energy would be my Sagittarius, because we're looking at this in direct contrast to each other. You're coming into the month excited and happy. You're no longer in stagnation. You're no longer like freaking out and thinking stuff is against you, but skirt, we pump the brakes, right? In the early part of June. But like I said, remember, delayed but not denied. Don't allow this energy to mob you to where you end up going back to the same energy with the Four of Cups when this Ace of Swords comes, because this Ace of Swords or this mental clarity that's coming through is so the same as this opportunity that was, you know, being held out to you by a disembodied hand in the sky as you sit under the tree with your arm folded, sitting in lotus position and things of the sorts, right? It's not letting you guys get back into that energy, so you miss this opportunity. So the whole thing is when this mental clarity comes, what it is, my Sagittarius, I was about to say Scorpio, I know you lying. Anyway, if you got that in your chart, watch that one too. Anywho, but the whole reason why this whole thing is coming out is it's more or less a forewarning to not fall for the okie doke. And the okie doke that you would fall for is not from other people. It's in your own mind. It's all a self-perception and self-concept. But my assumption would be the reason why all of this is coming out is that you can be consciously aware of it and understand, which is why, like what I said, my guys are bringing me back to the Four of Cups. It's like this opportunity, granted, it could come from someone outside of you, but it's not the person outside of you nor the opportunity that vindicated you. It's what it is that that opportunity being offered symbolizes to you. And it's about you stealing that energy signature. And whether a person outside of you gives you something or not, you can tap into that with the Seven of Wands upright at any moment. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter what's going on in your life. You can tap into this, know that you're going to be victorious. And once again, like your friend Marlo said, delayed but not denied, my friend. So anywho, my beautiful Sagittarius, so that has been your soul session for June. Most definitely let me know what you think in the comments. But I'm going over to my network, Vimeo, Patreon, YouTube members, all the places that I am, all the places. Child, I'm going to cut down on all that eventually, child, because I'm at too many places. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and I just be posting extendeds on Patreon and YouTube members. Like the network is where it's live, but you know, Shameless plug. But anywho, I'm going over there to do you guys extended. So if you about that life, follow me on over there. The links are in the description box below this video. But if not, I still love your freaking face. And I will see you guys sooner than later, my friends.